Wala masyado
Nol,
nag...
ngayon pa lang nag-open, Nol?
Bakit kami lang ang naka-register?
Kaya nga, Nol, ba't ngayon lang nag-open?
It's been open a while ago, but no other guys are switching. It's going to be Limkat kay
Nasa
Lak
wait,
lang.
Ma'am Ay,
Some of the funds
GM,
are
nasa waiting room
asking
pa
for the
sila.
password. I mean, passcode.
Nasa waiting room.
Oh,
Hindi pa
nasa
natin
waiting
accept.
room.
Oo. Bigyan nyo lang kami ng go signal to accept them all. Ma'am Ay.
Hindi, you have to start letting them come in.
Kaya nga, kasi dati hindi. Sige, accept na
Now,
natin.
can you let them come in? Let's start with. It's already 1:02, 1:05.
Yeah,
205, 205,
two.
205.
Kaya nga, dapat kanina pa, akala ko nga, nag-open na ng mga 1:30 eh. Marami pang sa waiting room, Nol.
Joining na. Joining na lahat, ma'am. We already have 57 na tayo lahat.
27, 48 pa lang itong sa akin eh.
57, 52 na sa akin. Joining all na sila.
Okay, we'll go. Good afternoon to all of you.
Afternoon.
Sir Jerome.
Sir
Afternoon.
Jerome.
Good
Afternoon.
afternoon to everybody. It's one of the best time
Good
of the year.
afternoon.
It's sunny in
Good
Cagayan de
afternoon.
Oro. And so let's start. I'd like to welcome you all to the briefing, the first briefing of Kumbira 2025, which celebrates the 29th year of the culinary event that was done by a few of them that started 29 years ago. And of course, we'd also like to acknowledge the pioneers in this event, I don't want to preempt my opening speech during the event, so I leave it at that. And of course, I'd like to acknowledge quite a number of few people who participated in terms of sponsoring us to make this really an event of the year. We have NutriAsia Food Service, of course, the DOT, the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, and of course, the famous and have been supporting us for quite some time is Soleil. From the start. We have the Del Monte, Diversity, and Eurotex. Of course, the Limkat Kai Group, which is going to be the official venue at the mall. And in the hotel is official residence of the judges. And acknowledge also the business partners, Mindanao Daily, Business Week, and Barangay FM 100.7. And you also have La Germania, who's been providing us our equipment, our ovens, our cooking ranges, Star Ads for helping us, Apollo PLDT, Vent, SCPA for sanitary care products, Bestmark, Nature Spring, Marcalion for providing us with the oil. Of course, our own very own Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez has been very supportive. Sepalco, ChemTrust, um, the other one will be I cannot read. If I missed out something, we'll acknowledge you again in the succeeding briefings that will be. Welcome again to all of the participants, and I wish you all the best. Make us all proud that we are all here together again for the 29th year of Kumbira. Thank you. Back, Jeff.
Thank you, President Jerome. Good afternoon to all of you. Um, yes, so welcome to the competition briefing or the first competition briefing for Kumbira 29, a Feast of Flavors and Heritage. Now, again, the event will be held this October 15 to 17 at the Atrium Limket Kai Center, Cagayan de Oro City. We look forward to seeing you there. Now, for this afternoon, we will be presenting the general guidelines as well as the guidelines for the Kumbira Masters and the National Food Showdown competitions. Okay, so National Food Showdown is our partner, and it was founded by the famous chef Mirna Segismundo. Now, after we present to you the guidelines, there will be time for the Q&A portion. Okay. So for the first part of our program, for the general guidelines, the guidelines will be presented by our former Ohara president and current board member, Ms. Eileen San Juan. Please give her a warm round of applause.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm trying to check if our presentations can be up. Is it going up? No, or what is no? Wait. Um, Now is the presentation up on the screen? And check kasi there's technical something here. No?
Ma'am, Jeffrey is the one
Yeah.
presenting.
Oh, okay. Jeff,
Nasa
are you
kanya
the
yung PowerPoint.
one? We need the slides up.
Okay, please wait a moment lang, Ms. Eileen.
Anyway, to our viewers and participants, thank you very much for joining us here. I should be putting up the slides shortly. Um, we will be just going over the general guidelines quickly on that, and then from there, I will have Miss Joanna Yu will go over the rules of our Kumbira Masters competitions. There's a series of that. We also have Mr. Ray Sumanya, who will also go through with us on competitions on coffee and the bar competitions. That would also include the Kumbira Brew Master and Kumbira Bar Master. These are two major competitions. Um, and then that will be followed by the competitions in partnership with the National Food Showdown. And these are most of the regional competition guidelines. So If you can just bear with us.
342 plus, 60.
Maybe we'll ask the others to mute themselves. Um, is this from Julian? Is this Julian?
Hi, sir. Ay, wait lang, shucks.
Okay, mute lang. Okay, thank you very much. So, okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, these are the list of competitions and guidelines that we will be reviewing today. So, as you can see, this is our first briefing, and the final briefing will be done on September 29. So, also between today and September 29, we will be posting also maybe another schedule for uh, other briefings, because we also have our brand competitions, which at this point is not part of this presentation. We will have our competitions that will be sponsored by Uratex, the housekeeping or the bed making competition, hotel bed making competition, and from Euratech, I mean from NutriAsia, we will also be having two company sponsored competitions that we will also hold sessions for a briefing. So please keep po- posted for the updates of succeeding briefings also. So for today, as you can see, these are the list of competitions that we will be going over. And please bear with us. And after this, we would be entertaining your questions. So next slide. And so go over the general rules and competition guidelines. So briefly on this. Next. Okay, these are the categories that we have for participation in the Kumbira. This I'm sure you may already know. Uh, these are all posted already in our FB page, and so these are just information that we would or highlights that we would like to remind everyone of what is required. So if you fall under any of these categories, there are certain requirements. You are supposed to submit a certificate of employment if you are under an establishment. We have also now what we call the open category, where we also um include other maybe non employed food enthusiasts to join in the competitions, and so there are certain certification form that you may need to present. For students, of course, we need the certificate of enrollment from the school. So these are the professional, student category, and the open category that we have for this succeeding competitions that we will be presenting. Next. Next slide, please. So may I remind everyone to mute themselves. Okay. Please go back to the first one. Okay. Okay. This year we allow a maximum of 3 entries per competition. Last year, we allowed 2 competitions. This year, we are allowing 3 competitions per competition, per establishment, or per school, except for some competitions. Now, these are the brand competition or the brand sponsored competitions. And then because we will be having maybe more than one competition, I mean, maybe one entry per competition. So in the consideration of the overall championship, we will just be considering the highest score, highest scoring entry for each of the establishment or school participating. So that would only be fair for everyone because then only the highest scoring entry will be considered for the overall championship. And as we have always done, there is a qualification also to be part of the overall championship. For professionals, you have to have at least six competitions, excluding masters and barangay competition. And for students, the school may join at least 8 competitions to be able to qualify into the championship. So our registration is online, and you may access that to our Kumbira Facebook page. Deadline of registration is October 1. So we would like to request that you complete your registration by then, meaning payment has also been applied and the certification requirements are also already submitted. So this year, those that have complied or have already fully registered will receive a digital design that they can post in their establishment or school, saying proudly participating in Kumbira 2025. So this can you can use for social media or print for your establishments. Next. So these are the ranking. This is the scoring that we have been using for the last years. That each of the entries will be uh, assessed. So if you garner 100 points, that's a gold medal with distinction. And from 99 to 90, that's gold medal. 89 to 80 points, that's a silver medal. 79 to 70 is bronze. And 69 to 60, you receive a diploma. So, as we have been practicing with our judges, the competition is assessed by judges by a consensus, meaning they each of these judges may be making their assessment, and they usually do a deliberation to come up with a unified score for all of the entries. And this has been done in the past and will still be applied for this year. So we also encourage everyone to be at the debriefing of judges because this is the very important part of your participation, wherein you also get to hear from the judges how you fared into these competitions. So please make sure that you join into these debriefings. Next slide. So, okay, the general rules for competitors, as we have mentioned, you submit your completed entry forms and signified acceptance of rules. During the day of the competition, we ask that competitors be present 1 hour before the schedule, since late arrivals may be disqualified. Entries must be original and not previously entered in other competitions. It may be that those who have participated before might attempt to use the same entries. So we would like to warn you that we do have records also of previous entries. So please ensure that you do not recycle your entries. So again, a reminder that you do not apply or put logos or any marks showing your establishment or school. And then, as an organizer, we are not liable for loss or damages of items that are being brought into the exhibition. I mean, in the venue. So the organizer reserves rights to modify rules and disqualify violators. And all submitted entries or recipes becomes the property of Kohara. Now, this one reminder that we would like to ask for all the participants is the dress code. We do again want to ensure that you do not have any marks on your uniforms, on your chef's uniforms, identifying you with the establishment or school. And during the awarding ceremony, we require that especially those who are moving up on the stage to be in a business attire or chef's attire or school uniform going up on the stage, and s- uh, no slippers for everyone. So next. So awards. We have, of course, the medals that we are giving out, as we have already mentioned what these are. And for Kumbira Masters, the categories for this, the Chef Master, for Cake Master, that's an open division or open category. For Bar and Brew Master, these are only for the professional categories. And we have three places for this. The champion gets the cash of 10,000 plus medal and a plaque and certificate. Then the first runner-up is 7,000 in cash and the medical medal and certificate. Second runner-up is 5,000 cash, medal and certificate. And this year, um, we have, this is a new one for us. We have the Kumbira Junior Chef Master and Junior Cake Master. Participation on this two competitions are for students ages 10 to 17. So in the previous years, we have the kiddie and junior competitions. This year, we have the junior competition, but we have expanded the age group from 10 to 17. And so again, the champion for those for this two categories um, would have a cash award of 5,000, medal, plaque, and certificate. First runner-up is a 3,000 cash, a medal and certificate, and second runner-up gets 1,005 cash, medal and certificate. And for the last 3 years, we've had the Barangay Challenge, which we will also be having this year. And so this is just one competition for all our barangay representatives. Next. Okay, and for our overall championship, we have the professional division, which would receive a cash of 10,000 plus a plaque. And for the student division, it's an 8,000 cash plus plaque. And as mentioned before, there are qualifying rules for to be able to get into the championship. The professional category must have at least 6 competitions, excluding the Kumbra Masters competition and Barangay Challenge. And this for the student category, the school must join at least a total of 8 competitions. But excluding Kumbira Masters, Junior Master competitions are excluded in the points for overall championship. Okay. And I think this is all for the competition guidelines. The rest actually are you can read in the these are all posted. There are more details in our Kumbira Facebook page, which would also have some tips and some reminders for you in this competition. So let's move ahead, and I'll call on Miss Joanna Yu to present on the next Kumbira Masters competitions. Joanna.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? So thank you, everybody, for joining our first briefing of Kumbira 2025. So as you know, every year here at Kohara, we endeavor to showcase our regions, no, culinary excellence by hosting a series of culinary competitions, no. So this year it's going to be in October, and so beyond we will beyond medals, no. So I just like to remind everybody that Kumbira is about learning and community building. So use this event to connect and exchange ideas and showcase the best of what you can do, no, for the development of Mindanao and the Philippines. So we will do our best today to answer any concerns that you may raise for our competition guidelines. And as you know, this is just the first leg of our briefing. We will have a final briefing later in the month or the beginning of October. So please take notes and please raise all your questions so that you would have wait, sorry, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, because somebody commented that there's no audio. Sorry. So please raise all your questions and we would try our best to attend to all your concerns that you may raise, no? So let's start the competition briefing. So we start off the briefing with our master's competition. So this is a special category of competitions that Kohara is very proud of because we are the ones who really created these competitions. So this is composed of 4 competitions, no? It's open category. So it means that it is not limited to just professional or student, but both, no? It's open. So we start off with KM1, which is our competition code for this competition. So this is the Kumbira Chef Master. So the Kumbira Chef Master is composed of 3 rounds, no, of competition. So typically, the first 2 rounds are the qualifier or the elimination phase, wherein the total of the um, 2 competition scores will qualify, no, the participant for the third final round, no. So only the top 5 highest scores will advance, no, to the third round. The first round of competition is regarding particularly on the knife skills, no. So this is going to be 25 minutes, no. So please take note that for this year, we've extended actually the competition time to 25 minutes from the 20 minutes initially. And each participant is required to create 9 cuts, no? So plus filleting or deboning a whole fish, no? So contrary to like previous competitions of Kumbira Chef Master in previous years, we've actually kind of limited the quantity of vegetables that you may bring for this knife skills competition this year. So if you take a look, we have put in the guidelines that we will be requiring for you to bring 500 grams or to allocate 500 grams of carrots for the 6 cuts that we will be mentioning in the next slide. And we have actually onion, particularly for the brunoise cut. And then the potato, which is allocated to make the chateau cut. And iceberg lettuce for the chiffonade. And whole lapu-lapu. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so if you scrutinize, these are the listing of the 9 cuts and shapes. No, so there would be the large dice, which is already indicated very kuan gyud, no, very specific, no, nga by CM, no. So the batonet, the julienne, the macedon, the bournoise, the paysan, the the chiffonade, the rondelle, the chateau or the tournée, and then the whole lapu-lapu. Okay, so this will be for this is going to be for 9 cuts in 25 minutes. Okay, next. Okay, so everybody is required to bring their own materials in the competition proper. So I mentioned that the code for this competition is KM1. And so just for the information of new participants or new entries to this competition, usually on the competition site, there will be signboards or signages that would indicate what the competition is, no? So for this, it's KM1. This will be located on tables that are on station tables that you'll be assigned in if you're a participant. And if you are group number 1 or like the participant number 1, so it will indicate KM1-1 or KM-2 if you're the second, if you're number 2, no? Okay, so your entry number will be given to you once you already drawn, or like it will be assigned to you by the secretariat. Okay, so the guidelines for this competition is 30 points goes to the proper usage, of course, or handling of the knife, and 50 points goes to the accuracy of the size, the shape, and the portion of entries, no? As if you go back to the listing, it will be very specific to say that you need to do like 4 chateau cuts or the 6 or whatever cuts that is indicated. And 20 points goes to correct mise en place and orderly work area for a total of 100 points. Okay, next slide, please. So that is particular to the chef master first round, no, of elimination. So the second one is egg cookery, no? So this is the first time that we will actually have this leg of competition, because previously we did saute method round 2 for the chef master competition. So this year we changed it to make it more challenging, I would say. And so 30 minutes is allocated for this round, and you are required to choose between 3 cooking methods: the poaching, the frying, I would say, and then the to making an omelette and baking egg, no? So the requirement for this competition is to prepare and present within 30 minutes 1 egg dish as part of breakfast service using at least 2 pieces of eggs, no? So we say that it's at least 2 pieces, but you can actually use more, no? But this is targeting actually single portion or like an individual who will be partaking of the dish, no? So please bear in mind also not to use too much eggs, no? But at least 2 pieces would be okay, or maybe 3, no? So participants must apply the chosen cooking method on their dish. So we are putting out the information that it may be poaching, it may be omelette, it may be a baked egg dish. So the specific method will be announced on October 6, Monday. So the preparation for this egg dish should be good for 2 plates or 2 portions. And it can incorporate actually other protein, no? So it's actually freestyle, so it would depend on you on the flavor profile of this egg dish, but just the requirement that it should be highlighting eggs, no? Okay, so not the protein that you'll be accompanying with the eggs, no? So contestants will bring all ingredients and cooking utensils, and the organizers will provide 1 cooking range for each contestant, no? And then you are required to bring 2 copies of recipe, and ingredients list must be presented during the actual competition. So one copy will be for the display and judging and one for the Kumbira Secretariat. Okay. So cooking method, of course, must be indicated. So this will be finalized on October 6th. Okay, so next slide. Okay, so as I said that the Kumbira Chef Master has elimination round. So the total score or the average score for the elimination round 1, the knife skills portion and the egg cookery will be tallied. And whoever gets the top 5 scores will proceed to the final round, which is the culinary challenge. So the culinary challenge is actually a hot cooking competition that participants are required to execute within 1.5 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Actually 2 entree dish, 1 Western, and 1 Filipino flavor profile. No? So featuring a secret ingredient. No? These secret ingredients is actually, we're already announcing it early on that it may be calamansi or sweet potato or lemongrass. Okay, so the secret ingredient should be highlighted as, I guess, flavor profile if, for example, calamansi is going to be featured, right? Or you will be concentrating on presenting the sweet potato, no, even if it is accompanied with other maybe protein or whichever creation that you'll be finalizing, no, with the presentation of these 3 ingredients. No? So portion size for each dish must be good for 1 person, but must be prepared for 2 plates, no, because one is usually for the judges tasting and one is for the display. Okay, so final announcement of which of these 3 ingredients for the secret ingredient for the chef master will be announced on October 6th. So, and the way that this competition is made is usually that the first round and second round happens on the same day, no? So, which is usually on day 1, and on day 2 will be the recipe writing day, and day 3 will be the final round. Okay? Because usually we announce the finalists on the second day. So recipe must list ingredients, the quantity of ingredients in metric form, and the method of cooking. So we have actually a recipe form for this, no? So you can ask from the secretariat because everybody has to follow the same format, no? So we allow a buffer of ingredients brought on site, no, 10%, no, beyond what is listed in the recipe form. So recipes must be submitted to Kohara, okay, and this will be the basis for judging. So all ingredients needed will be provided by the participants, and only ingredients that are listed in the submitted recipe form will be allowed to be brought into the competition proper before the start of the competition. Okay, so guidelines for assessment for this for the competition is taste is very high because this is a live cooking competition. So 50 points goes to taste and presentation is given 20 points. And then the correct preparation is 20 points and the handling or hygiene is given 10 points for a total of 100 points. Next, please. Okay, so before we proceed to the next master competition, I hope that we've clarified the sequencing of the 3 phases of this competition, and we can open the discussion later on in our question and answer portion. Okay, so we proceed with next competition, which is KM2, the Kumbira Cake Master. So the Kumbira Cake Master is an open competition. It is a live individual competition, and the participant is required to make or design or decorate a cake within 2 hours. No, so the cake size has to be a 3-layer cake because it's a wedding cake, and the size of the base is 14-inch in diameter, and then the second layer, the middle layer is 10-inch, and then the top layer is 6-inch. So the height of each layer is minimum of 5-inch in height. No, so you can go above 5-inch if you want because guess there's no limit as long as it's balanced and it can stay up, no? So use real cake at the bottom layer with option to use styrofoam base in the other layer. Okay, because the judging is really primarily on the decoration. Okay, so only fondant and gum paste should be used and coloring will be done on site. So to clarify this, you can bring on site ready-made fondant, white, and gum paste, and the coloring will be done on site. So participants will cut a 2-inch slice of the cake, presenting it elegantly on a saucer alongside the decorated whole cake. No? So why is there the requirement for still the cake portion? Because typically judges judge the design according to what is the, I guess, theme or flavor profile to match with the design and then the cake interior. So that is why there is still that element of trying out or presenting to the judges what is the profile of the cake, no, base inside the decorated cake. Okay, so next slide, please. So the participant must put in like a title card, naming the entry, because even if we have actually a limitation of the theme, no, which is like a wedding, there's a whole range of like what kind of wedding it is, no. So that's why we would like the participant to really identify and name their entry. Okay, so guidelines for assessment for this is recipe formulation is 20 points. So there's still that element of marrying the knowledge of the participant in terms of creating their entry according to if it's a match to the design, no? So that's why we have participant still submit the recipe of their cake and their icing and everything else, because the premise is that to be a Kumbira cake master, you have to know, or you have to be able to, I guess, let's say, sell this if ever to a client or to a customer, and then it should like, make sense, no, or like a complement in terms of the interior of the cake and the presentation of it outside. So correct professional preparation is given 30 points, and then technique and degree of difficulty is 40 points, because a lot of the basis for judging is really on the decoration, no? And then next is 10 points is given, of course, to handling and hygiene. Okay, so total of 100 points. Next slide, please. So we go now to this new category that we have. Previously, we've had junior competitions, but now we've integrated this into our master category, no? The Kumbira Master category competition. So this is KMJ1, which is the Kumbira Junior Chef Master. So similar to the make of our Chef Master competition, we have actually made it more challenging to our junior chefs. This is open to students 10 to 17 years old. And the requirement is to have now an elimination round. No? So this is our round 1 knife skills test, which is only 20 minutes, no? Because the requirement for the participant is just to make 3 cuts, no? 3 knife cuts, which is using 200 grams potatoes and 200 grams carrots. The participant must do a buttonette cut and a brunoise and then a large cube, no? So the size for these cuts is indicated in our guidelines. So please be very specific in terms of the practicing or the preciseness of the cut, because that will be judged, no, under technical technical criteria. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, so as we said, this is 20 minutes. This is not 25 minutes, typo there. So it's 20 minutes for the Junior Chef Master Knife Skills first round. And guidelines for this first round is 30 points goes to proper knife handling and usage, and the correct accuracy of size, shape, portion of the vegetable is 50 points, and the correct mise en place and orderly work area is 20 points, for a total of 100 points. So this is the elimination round, and this will happen usually on day 1 or day 2. And then anybody who qualifies for this sa top 5, no, na score, will proceed to the final round. Next slide, please. So the final round. So in contrast to the chef master for the open category, which is for the higher age group, this one only has 2 rounds, no? So we go straight to the final round once you qualify under the knife skills test, and the top 5 top 5 participants will have to create within 1 hour a dish, no, a main dish, either Western or Filipino, featuring the secret ingredient. Okay, so just one, not 2 dishes, no? So 1 entree. So the choice is either Western style of preparation or Filipino dish. So the 3 choices for secret ingredient is fresh corn, pineapple, or rice. So participants may practice with these 3 potential ingredient beforehand, and the final one will be announced the same day on October 6th, Monday. Okay, so schedule of recipe writing will be on day 2. Okay, so schedule of recipe writing is day 2 at 3 p.m. Okay, so next. So the recipe must list the ingredients. So we will be using the same recipe form. This is the standard recipe form that Kohara has, no? So please get the copy from the secretariat beforehand so you may know how to fill it up properly. So 10% allowance or buffer again is allowed to bring on site for the ingredient listed in the recipe form, right? And judges criteria for assessment is taste is 50 points, presentation is 20 points, and correct professional preparation is 20 points, and handling 10 points for a total of 100 points. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so similar to the Kumbira Cake Master competition, we also have a competition for the decorating of cake under the junior category. So we now have a Kumbira Junior Cake Master. Okay, so this is open to students 10 to 17 years old, and the theme now is to make a baby cakes. No, so the participant in this competition has to prepare a cake, 1-layer cake, 6 inches in diameter with a height of 4 inches. So the shape of the cake can be square or round. Okay, so you may choose what shape the cake, your cake entry will be. So time allocated for this competition is 1.5 hours. No, so points deduction if participant exceeds time limit, and the decoration should be done using a real cake. So all decorations should be edible, and this is not limited to just fondant, or you can actually use buttercream or boiled icing. No, sorry, you need to use buttercream or boiled icing only. Okay, so coloring will be done on site. So participants will cut a 2-inch slice of the cake, presenting it elegantly in a saucer alongside the decorated whole cake, and judges will carefully inspect the slice to ensure it matches the submitted recipe. So again, please prepare a title card for your entry for the baby cake, because it will hinge on what design or decoration is the feature of your baby cake. Okay, next slide, please. So 3 copies for the recipe form for this. And the guidelines for assessment is recipe formulation is 20 points, correct professional preparation is 30 points, technique and degree of difficulty is 40 points, and handling is 10 points for a total of 100 points. Next slide. Okay. So also for this year, we continue with our barangay competition, right? We started this off in previous Kumbiras that we have actually barangay cooking competition, no? So now we have BCC1 code, which is the theme is to make pasalubong, tinagbuan with packaging, and competition category is for display, and this is for individual participation. So this would be the participants will be coming from the different barangays of Cagayan de Oro, and they're required to present one pasalubong product. So this may be an original concept or a twist of a traditional pasalubong, and the object is to to present the sampling to the judges, no? So they're required to make 3 tasting samples. And since this competition is listed under display, there'll actually be time element like around 30 minutes allocated for the final setup. Okay, so the participants will bring on site all their materials or all their product, and then they will be doing the final assembly on site in the designated area for display. And upon time's up, everything should be already beautifully displayed, including all the packaging for the pasalubong entry. Okay, so again, the recipe or the maybe title card or product card will be displayed with the product, showing its name, its brief description, its ingredients, or everything. The presentation or the uh, or sharing of info, about it, will be on the table. So participants are responsible for securing the display items. So in display competitions, this is not going to happen in the live competition proper. There's going to be a different area for the display competition. So please watch out in our map, that we'll have by the entrance of the atrium, or check it out beforehand, because there's going to be a different area for this compared to the live competitions. Okay, next, please. So judging criteria is taste and quality is 30 points, and originality is 20 points, and cultural relevance is 20 points. Marketability is 20 points, and sustainability is 10 points. So for a total of 100 points. Okay? Next slide. Okay. So I turn over. So I hope everybody that I clarified the issue on the masters competition. So um I I I I turn over the floor to Ray for the bar competitions.
Hello, good afternoon, mayong hapon, and magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. So, to all our participants for this 2025 first orientation of the Kumbira competition, so can I have a thumbs up muna sa react nyo kung andyan ba kayo? Baka muna magwala na si Juan. Can I have a thumbs up? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So for this coffee and bar competitions, we do have we have 4 competitions: the Kumbira Brewmaster, Kumbira Bar Master, and then the Latte Art, as well as the Flair Tending competition. So next slide, please. So for the Kumbira Brewmaster, we have to emphasize that this is professional category. So this is not no longer open. So it is professional category. So the competition is composed of 2 service, the compulsory and then the open service. So for the compulsory service, brewers only use beans provided by the sponsors, while the brewers have 10 minutes to prepare, brew, and present their coffee for evaluation. So when the time is up, the coffee is presented in identical vessel to a panel of judges. So the judges evaluated each coffee for their assessment. So next slide, please. For Brewmaster, remember that it is referred to posted guidelines for details of compulsory service, elimination round, and the open service, which is the final
Ma'am,
round.
may ano sa iyo? Sa
Please mute your,
Christian, si
please.
Ma'am Nana to, no? Ikaw to.
Ma'am
Ay, sir,
Ferlin, please
Imbulodi.
mute.
Excuse me, Ma'am Ferlin.
Gusto
Please
na
mute your microphone. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. For the judging assessment and criteria, so there will be a technical preparation. So then the presentation, the body that which is the composed of the tactile and mouthfeel of the coffee, the sweetness, the intensity of and complexity, the acidity and aftertaste. So in that brewmaster competition, you need to have a spill, or you have to deliver excellent deliver your coffee. So that's the story, the origin, the elevation, and then the characteristics of your coffee. Next slide, please. So it's brew master. Okay, this is all about the bar master. So again, this bar master is in the professional category. So it's no longer open. So meaning this competition can the one that can join this competition are trainers or instructors, coaches, the professional, the industry workers, as well as the coffee shop owners. They can also, or bar owners, they can join the competition. So each mixologist shall create two signature cocktail drink recipes, one for display and the other one is for the judges. But for the judges, you have to divide that one into three glasses. So just make sure that the three glasses for the judges has no um, garnishes, because if you put garnish that one of your drinks for the judges, the marshals will still remove that garnish, so useless lang siya. So I suggest to put it in a plain glass lang siya, for in order for not to parang dili maka istorbo sa judging, the tasting judges. The maximum number of ingredients must not exceed to 5, including the drops and dashes. So before, kasi we put it in 7. So that this time we put it in 5 ingredients lang, including the drops and dashes. So alcohol beverage maximum limit of 120 per serving. And the organizers reserve the right to have exclusive property of all the submitted entry recipes. For the display and presentation, garnishes shall be made of edible fruits. So, mga umbrellas there. So, it's not nice to have that one. Or much better if you have fresh or edible fruits or vegetables or dehydrated fruits. Display cocktail must be in the theme presentation. So, example, if your presentation is wedding, it should be set up like a wedding theme. All theme presentation should be displayed in round bar tray. So presentation and theme shall be prepared and placed at the display area before the stage performance. So for this one, I suggest that the participants will have to display personally for his finished product to make sure na safety good ang iyang ingredients and finished product. Next, please. So, for the judging criteria, which includes the taste, the stage performance, a theme presentation, and as well as the entertainment value and cleanliness and orderliness. So the cleanliness and orderliness will be judged even if you're still in the backstage. Next, please. So now for this another category for the bar and coffee competitions, which is the latte art. This competition is open to all latte artists or baristas or anybody who can do the latte art. So we will provide a pullman or espresso calibrator will be provided for us. The organizing committee will provide standard coffee machine, grinder, milk, and coffee beans. Participants must be in the preparation area 30 minutes prior to the scheduled competition time. No coach assistant is allowed inside the preparation area, and all items that are brought in must be at that designated area before the start of the competition. And participants must leave in a working station in a neat and tidy condition as part of the judging criteria. Next, please. So for round one, we do have round one. So for round one of latte art competition, make sure that show your best. So since this is freestyle, two competing participants are to create one latte art design within 2 minutes at their own style of design. While in round two, there's a wild card. So those who cannot win the first round one, we will have a round two, which is the wild card. So all non-winners will have still the chance to showcase his or her art for the round for this round within 1 minute. Judges will only select who will qualify for the next round. And with that one, we do have our round three, which is the relay selection. So finalists are to create two latte art designs in take out and dine in cups. It should be ideally correct serving style and latte art designs. And for our final round, which is we do have our scoring for the judges for this time, latte art designs will be based on the deliberation of the judges. So the judges selection or the judges selection will be the final designs for that particular round. Next, please. So guidelines for the assessment. So aesthetic beauty, which we put it in a medium. So the definition or will define art still in a medium. For color contrast, like the milk and then the foam, the combination of that color blend or the foam, which is low, while the symmetry or the symmetrical value, the designs is a medium. But the most um, high part there is the degree of difficulty. Kanang lisod kayo siya awaton. The degree of difficulty and in the creativity. So those are the level or the guidelines of our assessment for the judges. Next, please. So for the last one is the flair ending competition. So flair ending competition can be they have it has two categories, the professional and in the student categories. So with the same mechanics, participants are given 5 minutes to do flaring and create an original drink. So it should be original drink. Good for two persons following the theme. Refer to the competition guidelines or the specific guidelines and details. So for the guidelines, technical flair, which is highest points, which has 70 points since this is a flair ending. And before kasi, last previous years, we do have our flair tandem. So this time is all about single lang siya, but each schools can have 3 participants for this competition. So technical flair, which is 70 points, while the sensory, which is composed of taste and presentation, 30 points, with a total possible score of 100. So those are the 4 competitions. And next, please. Okay, so I'll turn it over to you, to the Ma'am I or si Ma'am Chef Cathy.
Yes, yes.
Chef
It's
Cathy.
So I
Yes.
turn it over to Chef Cathy.
Yes, thank you, Sir Ray. Good afternoon, everyone. So I will be guiding you through the NFS naman, na mga guidelines for regional flavors with National Food Showdown. Next slide. Yeah, so one of the competitions is best regional ingredient, and the main ingredient would be the ginamos, one of our local bagoong. That, so that would be the theme, and we have to create something like a dish that's traditional and modern. It will be a team of two. It will be live, and there will be two division: the professional and the student. So for K2, we have the best regional ingredient is the lemongrass or tanglad. Same, it will be live and individual, and the division will be professional and student. For the next K3, it's best traditional modern regional cooking technique. So the theme or will be the dish will be bam-i and has to be made with tradition and modern. So when you say bam-i, you as much as possible you don't really twist it in a way na parang it will be parang we have to preserve how we really cooked it traditionally, and we can tweak when it comes to ingredients, when it comes to like maybe add something that could enhance that dish or give a twist to it. But we should follow how we traditionally do the dish, like for the bami. So it will be live and team of two, and professional and student division. Next slide, please. So for the specific guidelines, it has the dish has to be cooked for 1 hour. One traditional and one modern version of the dish, hot or cold, for 2 persons following the theme. So participants should use the main ingredient as the base for the dish and cook on the spot. So it's live. You have to prepare also good for 2 persons, um, two for display and two for tasting. So there, it's good for 2 persons, then one for display and two for display and two for tasting. So sidings and toppings are allowed, but have to be prepared at the venue. Portions should be for a la carte service standards, affordable yet practical for a daily menu. Recipe should be good for two and must stipulate ingredients, quantity, and method of cooking. This should be on the official receipt form and submitted. Recipes will be the basis for judging. So when you even if you're done with your dish, but the recipes or the official recipe form is not submitted, so you will be disqualified. So please don't make sure that you don't miss this very important detail. Next slide, please. So for guidelines for assessment is taste. Taste should not be overpowering. Should have good flavor, balance, and combination and correct texture. So that's very important because out of the 100%, the taste has 40 points. So yeah, it parang even if it looks good but the taste is not good, it will still pull down your points. So this is you really have to taste your food very often. So and presentation and innovation, dishes should be appetizing and tastefully pleasing to the eye. So that's 20 points. Correct professional preparation, handling, and hygiene. So 20 points. Sustainability. So is 20 points, or keeping with 4 main criteria for sustainability: environmental, economic, social, and technical considerations. So total points is 100. So when you I would highly suggest talaga you have to practice because all this um you cannot get this on just cooking everything on the spot. That will not work. So you practice, practice, and practice. So definitely you will really get good results. And you practice with a timer. So you can, and kumbaga, you can really time yourselves and you can correct whatever needs to be corrected. So yeah, so the taste is, I would emphasize again, is very important. That's 40 points. So don't focus on just how it looks, but more importantly is how it tastes. Okay, next slide, please. For the dining service, which is the K4 table setting with floral centerpiece, the theme is Mindanao inspired. It's a display team of two, professional and student division. So you have to execute in 30 minutes a table for two persons with the Mindanao inspired theme. There should be a menu card with food and wine pairing must be included in the setup. So service interaction between participants and judges is part of the competition. So expect na parang the judges you'll be called or you'll be asked questions regarding your setup. And service knowledge about wine service and skill in menu merchandising have a great impact on scores. So the space is 3 by 3. So floor covering is allowed, wall ceilings, backdrop, and table accents are not allowed. The setup or of a service table in the area is allowed. So floral centerpiece may be pre-prepared and the size must be proportionate to the size of the table. Next slide, please. So table setting with floral centerpiece judging criteria, artistry, creativity, and originality is 30 points. Menu and wine knowledge is 20 points. Execution or theme, if the theme was followed, that's 30 points. Sustainability is 20 points. So total is 100 points. So for the hotel lobby floral centerpiece, so theme is foraging in the Philippine countryside. So it will be a live team of two for professional and student division. So specific guidelines set up a welcoming floral centerpiece within 1 hour. There is no specific flower to be highlighted. However, the use of natural and ethnic materials is highly encouraged. The name for the finished art is recommended. Base material, floral form may be prepared but not done. Assembly should be done on site. Space allotted is 70 by 70 by 70 centimeters. No height restriction, but balance should be achieved. It is recommended the competitor provide a table if their design requires them a specific table to be used. So for judging, design principles is 25 points. There should be balance, grouping, and rhythm. Elements of design is 20 points. Creativity is 30 points. Use of materials, 10 points. Workmanship, 10 points. Cleanliness of work is 5 points. So total is 100 points. Next slide, please. For the baby cakes, the theme is first birthday. So the type is display individual. Division is professional and student. So participants are to set up within 1 hour 3 kinds of variants of cakes with 2 pieces each per variant. Total of 6 cakes will be displayed. Each finished cake must be 3 inches in diameter. The cakes may be filled with icing, frosting, and filling. An hour will be given to do the retouches. Noted that the display competition, it is understood that all items for display are ready, including the cake. Retouching can be prepared, necessary materials to be used, if any. So all ingredients and garnishes must be edible. So frosting, ganache, and edible gold or silver leaf flakes and dust may be used. Gum paste and royal icing are not allowed. Commercially available decorations such as flakes, vermicelli, or curds may not be used. Paper doily, lace is not allowed. Only handmade chocolate decorations are allowed. Participants must provide labels for each variant kind of cake, including forks and knives for judges for the tasting. So next slide, please. So for baby cakes, the theme is first birthday. So for guidelines, workmanship and creativity is 20 points. So all the 3 cakes must be modern, and ingredients and proportions are based on the listed ingredients. Correct basic culinary preparation and techniques corresponding to today's modern patisserie methods. Presentation innovation must be appetizing, tasteful, modern, and elegant presentation. Practical serving method can be applied, displayed of new ideas based on theme, that's 20 points. Taste, good taste, balance of flavors, and mouthfeel is 40 points. Sustainability is 20 points. So total possible points is 100 points. Next slide, please. So for the next one, regional kakanin platter. So the theme is fiesta celebration. So that's the traditional way of how we celebrate fiesta. It is display and individual. Division is professional and student. There, for this kakanin platter, there should be a display of 3 kinds of regional kakanin with 4 pieces each, or a total of 12 pieces. As a guide, portion is about 1.5 by 1.5 inches. Display on any choice of servingware, no logo or identifying marks. Brief description of the kakanins and list of ingredients must be placed beside the display for the judge's reference. Display area per participant is 100 cm by 60 cm. Participants will set up entry within 1 hour. Next slide, please. So for the criteria for judging, taste is 40 points. Presentation innovation, that's 20 points. Correct professional preparation, handling, and hygiene, that's 20 points. Sustainability is 20 points, so total of 100 points. Next slide, please. So mocktail mixing regional fresh fruit juices. The theme is fresh calamansi juice. Slide individual for professional and student category. Create an original non-alcoholic in 3 minutes for 2 persons with fresh calamansi as an ingredient. Refer to the competition guidelines for the specific details. So the assessment is mixing knowledge is 40 points. Taste and presentation, 60 points. Total possible points is 100 points. Next slide, please. So regional fruit jams and preserves. So main ingredient is pineapple. Slide individual, professional, and student. You have to create a traditional jam. Serving with the use of pineapple for 1 hour. So the use of main ingredient as base for the jam, preserved and prepared on the spot. So there, you have to prepare also one for tasting, maybe bottled or packaged. Serving container for tastings, sidings and toppings allowed but have to be prepared at venue. Portion should be suited in 8 ounces container, bottle, or jar, and attractively packaged. Recipes must stipulate ingredients quantity in metric form, and method of cooking. So official recipe form must be submitted, as recipe will be the basis for judging. So failure to submit will be this team will be disqualified. So use of pectin or the is optional. Okay, but you can also like pair it with other but pineapple is very high in pectin, but you have to like also combine it with other ingredients or other fruits that will complement the pineapple. So yeah, so it's really your creativity. So next slide, please. The pantry chef. So the theme is regional achara salad. So live, individual, professional, student. Each team will be given 1 hour to prepare and plate their dishes. So they must present the dishes in 2 serving portions, good for 4, one for display and one for the judges. The participants will provide regional local ingredients. Only ingredients in the submitted recipes will be allowed to be brought in the competition area. Recipes should be good for 4 persons and must stipulate ingredients quantity in metric form and method of cooking. So this should be on an official recipe form. Submitted recipes will be the basis for judging, and failure to submit the recipes will disqualify the team. The use of organic ingredients is highly encouraged. Only local ingredients from the region are to be used. Pre-chop, prepared mise en place is also allowed. Next slide. So for guidelines for assessment, for taste, 40 points. Presentation is 20 points. Correct professional preparation, handling, hygiene, that's 20 points. Sustainability is 20 points. So total of 100 points. Next slide. So for the cacao concoction, the theme is Northern Mindanao Tablea. So it's live, individual, professional, and student category. Participants are to create one classic, traditional, and one unique original tablea concoction within 30 minutes. Participants must use ground, pure, and unsweetened regional tablea. Tablea concoction can be hot or cold with creative garnishes. Alcohol, juices, and natural flavoring are allowed to be used as part of the ingredients. Recipes for 2 persons and must stipulate ingredients quantity in metric form and method. Submitted recipes will be the basis for judging. Failure to submit will disqualify the participants. Guidelines is classic concoction, 50 points. Unique concoction is 50 points and total of 100 points. Next slide, please. Okay, so now I turn the floor to Jeff for the question and answer.
Okay. Thank you, Chef Shirley and Miss Eileen and Joanna, for the comprehensive guidelines. So let us now proceed to the question and answer portion. Now, I have noted your questions here from the chat box below. So I think we can start with the last question. So this is regarding the K8 competition for fresh calamansi. As presented earlier, yes, we will be having that competition for the mocktails. So next, for the registration fees, we will be posting, or the registration link will be online within the week, and you will see there the rates for both professional and student and open divisions. Okay, so
Yes.
sorry, Miss I.
Yeah, Jeff, can I just address that?
Mm,
We already have the rates. I think
mm,
it's posted in our FB page for the
mm, mm,
competition fees. So may I
mm.
just give them
Okay,
the
yes, please.
rates now?
Mm,
Okay.
mm, mm,
We have actually simplified our registration rates now for the competitions. So we have 2 tiers. We have for the member, either establishment or school, and then we have for the non-members. Now for the member, um, for individual competition, the fee is 1,000, and for a team entry, it's 1,005. For non-members, the individual rate is 1,005, and for a team entry, that would be 1,008. For open categories, the rate is 1,005. So those are the rates that we have, and that is posted in our under the general competition rules and guidelines. Thank you.
mm. Okay, thank you, Miss Eileen. Okay, so please check our FB postings, and the registration link for the competitions will be available this week. So we apologize for the delay. Please bear with us. It'll be online soon. So I think we can first proceed with the questions regarding ginamos. So for the first question, stated here, if are they allowed to process their own fermented ingredients?
Yeah, Jeff, I think may I ask kung sino yung nag-ask ng question para I would
Okay,
understand the what particular na
okay. Si Sir Neo Aklo.
is he around?
Yes, yes, chef.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon. Sino yan?
Okay, so I'll just read the question again, chef. So regarding the
Yeah.
ginamos bagoong, may I ask if pwede ra kami mag-process sa amo fermented ingredients po?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask sana. Siguro I'll get the of Neo para like what kind of process yung niya. Is it something like really doing it from scratch or parang yeah. But I feel for the ginamos, pwede talaga. They can process their own way of process their own ginamos as long as it's done pa rin traditionally. It's not something na para to be fair also with other competitors. So yeah.
Okay. So just to clarify, chef, the participants can make their own bagoong
Yes.
with any ingredients.
Um
This is
yeah, the
in connection to.
traditional ingredients, Jeff.
Mm. Okay, because this is in relation to the bagoong question. So this is from St. Rita's College of Balingasag. So good afternoon. For clarification on the bagoong, are we going to create a dish with bagoong as ingredients, or we will really make bagoong? Thank you.
Okay, I think you will create a dish now with bagoong. I think you better siguro nice to really review the guidelines tapos with bagoong as parang main ingredient. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, I think it's a really a dish that they will be preparing, not
Yeah,
the
not
bagoong
bagoong.
itself. But if you want to do or process your own bagoong for your dish, that's okay. I mean that's there is no what's this rule on that.
Okay, sige. Does that answer your question? Okay, sige. I think we can proceed with the other questions.
I think, Jeff, there are questions on the cake.
Yes, I will be handling the questions based in order na lang, Miss I, para hindi tayo malito. Okay.
Jeff,
Yes,
okay
yes,
lang
chef.
before I looking at the guidelines now. So
Okay.
yeah, I think some of the questions kasi it's there we were able to release the guidelines already to them, right?
Mm.
Okay, so I think there are some questions na parang they can use the guidelines as a reference. Like for the
Mm.
gitmos, so participants are to create one traditional and one modern version of the dish, hot or cold, for taste and presentation. So use the ingredients to create parang a dish. So cook on the spot. So you can create something with vegetables, protein, and ano. So using that bagoong as the main ingredient. So you can combine it with other ingredients that will complement but like when you taste the dish, the dominating ano dun is taste or flavor should be the bagoong. Yeah. So how can you create something like a dish using different proteins, vegetables, or ano to or Yeah, and create a hot or cold dish. Yeah, pero that's a good question na to clarify. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. For the next question, this is for Miss Joanna, related to the Kumbira Masters Junior 2 competition. So, is the buttercream or boiled icing to be prepared during the competition?
No, you can bring on site the plain white icing, and then you can just color it on site.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
again, you can already bring pre-prepared icing, but then just color it on site and use it for the decoration. Okay.
Okay. So, you can bring the icing, pre-prepared icing on site and just color it there. Okay. So, next question. Also for the cake competition under the professional category. So are they allowed to bring their own molders and tools for the decoration?
Yes, of course, you can bring any tool that can be used for the decoration. And
Okay.
I think there was another question, Jeff, regarding the 3 tier or like the three what do you call it, level of cake. So because this is a wedding cake, the premise is that it will be stacked stacked to each other, I would say. The 3 tier cake for the wedding cake. I hope that answers the question. Jeff.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So there's this question regarding certificates and medals from last year. Okay, so sir, if from I Can't Travel. So please email us the names of the participants and competitions. Email it to our Kohara email address, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay. Thank you very much, po. Now, going back, Miss Joanna, there's another question regarding the cake. So, lahat ba ang gamiting topper sa wedding cake kay naka-pre-made na? So, this is regarding the pre-made wedding cake toppers.
Wedding cake toppers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because this is a cake decorating contest. So, um, when you say topper, what does that mean? Because I would highly encourage that all the decorating materials that you put on the cake, you prepare it on site to show you the technical difficulty of your entry. So I would highly discourage pre-made toppers that you just put on top of the cake. Okay, so I hope that answers the inquiry about the topper.
Okay. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Miss Joanna. So, okay. So, there's just we need to clarify certain details regarding the National Food Showdown competition Best Regional Ingredient Lemongrass. Okay, so the question states here, as what you've presented here earlier, it was categorized as live, individual, but in your posting on your list of competition categories, it was live and a team of two. Thank you. So, Chef Kath, can you please clarify?
I think that's under me, yeah. We'll look into that, pero it's a live team of two, so maybe there was a typing error. So, thank you for pointing that, ano. Then we'll make sure, but it's a live team of two. Yeah, thanks for that clarification.
Okay, so live team of two for the NFS Regional Ingredient Lemongrass competition.
Yes. Ano pa, please take note na lang, Ma'am
Mm,
Yot.
yes, we're taking note of that.
No,
Thank you.
we'll review that.
Mm. Okay, so for the latte art, this is for Suri. Open po ba ito or for professional only?
Yes, sir. I already answered that some message,
Mm.
but the
Mm.
art is open for students or professionals.
Okay, latte art open for all.
Hello?
Mm,
Meron
okay.
pong kategory at meron pong professionals for pretending.
Okay. Okay, so for our next question, this is from STI. So I would like to ask if pwede po bang gumamit ng metal materials sa centerpiece, like additional? Wala po kasi sa guidelines.
Jeff, can you repeat what do you mean by the showpiece? Which showpiece?
Centerpiece.
Okay. So the support you mean for the floral centerpiece? Is it that?
From
The dip-
STI. From STI, can you please clarify? Okay, we can get back. We'll get back to you po, STI, regarding the centerpiece. Okay, so I think this was already answered a while ago regarding the molders and tools. So I would like to inquire about the cake competition under the professional category. Yes, you are allowed to bring your own molders and tools. Okay. Okay, so for the next question, do we have to use the same protein po for the traditional and modern and regional ingredient lemongrass?
what's the question, Jeff?
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am, sir. Do we have to use the same protein for the traditional and modern in regional ingredient lemongrass competition?
I
Yes.
think it's not.
Yes, diba? Because it's a representation of what is the approach using the Western style and then the Filipino style. The modern.
This is for lemongrass kuan ano an
Uh,
the regional
lemongrass.
ingredient is lemongrass. So they're asking because then they're
Okay, lemongrass. Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
lemongrass.
okay. Yeah, I don't believe that it's required to
I don't think you have to have the same protein. You can have a different one, but the lemongrass has to be the as the main ingredient, or it has to be distinct in taste, diba?
yeah, maybe we can clarify that with Chef Mirna because she might want to really have the more apple to apple evaluation of the entry dish using the same protein with the flavor profile of lemongrass. So
Yeah,
we'll get back
we're holding
to
another
you.
session with her. We're just trying to get her schedule.
Mm,
Okay, I
okay.
hope that answers the question. So with
Yeah.
regards to the question on lemongrass, if we should use the same protein, so we will clarify with the National Food Showdown Committee if the requirement is to use the same protein. No? So we'll get back to you on that announcement.
Hello. Excuse me,
Hello.
ma'am. Sorry
Yes.
for interrupting po.
Mm.
I do have a questions po. Do you have any sponsored product for the Barmaster po, sir? For liquor
Uh,
and syrups po.
so of now, wala pa tayong it's open to all open lahat ng alcohol. So wala pang sponsors as of today.
So wala kung wala pa pong sponsored sa product is pwede po bang homemade na lang po na syrup po?
Homemade ang homemade ang syrup is pwede kong gumamit ng any type of syrup, even homemade, pero sa alcohol is dapat hindi po homemade ang alcohol.
Okay po. So for my next question po, Pwede po bang gumamit ng dairy milk, sir?
No po, no.
How about plant milk, sir? Like almond milk, coconut milk, or oat milk po?
Hindi rin po pwede. Dairy milk po rin yan.
Sige po, sir.
Thank you.
Salamat po, sir.
Okay.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I have a question for Sir Ray for the latte
Yes.
art competition.
Yes, sir.
Sir, good afternoon. Sir,
Good afternoon.
for the round 3 roulette, it's stated here that create 2 latte art designs with takeout and dine-in
Yes po.
with the same art, right?
Same,
my
yes, typical.
my question, sir, is what owns that we use in takeout, or how many owns?
It's on the organizer's discretion na po. Usually, we are using 8 ounce, but it depends on the final discussion of the judges.
Okay po. For the round 2, is it also a freestyle?
No, freestyle is yes, it's gonna be freestyle because you have to show your best.
Okay. My last question, I mean 2 last question. For the round 4, sir, is it the same last year for competition?
Definitely not for that year.
Yes, sir. Round 4, sir, for the final round. The same ba last year na
it's the
freestyle
judges'
also?
decision. Okay, thank you. It's the judges' decision kung if what to do for the final round on that day of the competition.
Okay. My last question, sir. Kaning guidelines for the assessment, sir, belongs sa ning aesthetic beauty, definition,
Yes, po.
color, and contrast. Applicable ba ni siya sa all rounds or just only for round 4 or the final round?
For the final round po yan.
Okay po. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes
Sir, I have
po.
a question, sir, for the mocktail, sir, the fresh calamansi juice. May limit po ba sa ingredients po, sir?
I think Ma'am Eileen or Chef Ann can answer that one.
If you review the guidelines, it will state the limit of the number of ingredients. You can just let me see.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
check. I got with this.
Yeah, the guidelines. I
Wala
think,
po
In the
nasa-
guidelines,
because in bar mixing competitions, typically 7 ingredient ba na? If I'm not mistaken.
5 na lang sa bar. Pero ay sa ano.
Usually 5, 7, but there's a limit, manggod.
Oh.
Yeah.
And for sa total ml of the drinks po, may limit po ba? Or it depends on our glass?
It will depend on your because it's for one portion.
Yeah.
Okay po, thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I really want to ask if during the cake competition under the professional category, are we allowed to bring molders and tools for the decoration? Hello, ma'am.
Sorry, I did not hear. What was that?
Magandang hapon po, Ma'am Joanna.
Hello.
Tanong ko lang po is, during sa cake competition po, doon sa professional category, are we allowed to bring molders and tools during the decoration po sa wedding cake?
Yes, you can. Actually, if the tools is used for doing the decoration, then yes, definitely you can bring any tool to help you create your decorating materials or elements on your cake.
And also, can we bring some pre-made items like flowers and toppers?
I would not advise on you bring that because this is a cake decorating contest, and so we would strongly urge you, from the perspective of the judges, that they will really grade you on how the make of your decorating elements are. So they, points will be given really on if you made it yourself and not bring on-site pre-made items.
All right. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. That's it.
Sige.
Okay.
Hello
Next
po.
question.
Hello po, good afternoon po. About po sa Brewmaster po ka, Sir Ray. May tanong lang po ako sa elimination round po sa Brewmaster. Saan po namin kukunin po yung coffee beans para sa elimination round?
Okay, for the elimination rounds of the beans, we will inform this one on by October 1 when or where to get the beans.
Okay po, salamat po. Salamat.
Okay. For Chef Cathy, may question po. Hello, Chef Kath.
Wala na si Kathy. She has to be under,
Okay.
ano ba yung
Okay.
question?
Okay, Miss I. So there's a question here if they are allowed to make their own noodles para sa bami.
Yeah, there is no requirement or there is no ano na hindi pwede. They can make their own noodles as long as if they're going to do it on site, that they have to be within the time frame of I think they're only given an hour. So
Hmm.
if they want to do it to ensure that they want it fresh and to show, it's a degree of, some ano of their dish, that is fine as long as they can work it out within the hour. But they can also bring pre-made noodles for the bami.
Okay, so they can make their own or bring pre-made noodles for bami. Thank you very much. Okay, next question, Miss I. For the K2, is it allowed to have two teams?
What is K2 is that's the lemongrass. Actually, that's a team. I believe that is a team entry. I think that was the question earlier. Kasi naging, I think it was placed there as individual, but it's
Yeah,
actually
but
a team of two.
yeah, pero are they allowed to have two teams?
Two entries, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yes, yes.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Actually,
Sige.
you can have 3 sets of team, di ba?
Yeah, maximum of 3 entries.
Yeah.
So
Right,
each entry will have a team of two.
Mm-mm. Then in relation to the K2 competition, there's a question here. Which one ang gagamitin? Sibujing or kasi yung nakalagay sa guidelines is Sibujing and the team is Tanglad.
Oh, that's a
Where did that
typo.
sibujing come out when we posted lemongrass? Tanglad. It's tanglad.
Tanglad. It might be a typo in the guidelines. So it's
Okay.
grass.
Yeah, we'll review that.
Okay. Tanglad. Okay. Next for the going back to the cakes. What about baby cakes? For case 6. And what do you mean by 3 variants?
That's for the baby cakes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Is what do you mean variant? I don't understand the question.
I think it's for it's a 3 kinds of cake. That's the ano, that's the that's the baby cake nga ano katong sa
6 pieces
NFS.
of baby cakes, di ba? So
Yeah.
two per set of because one for judges and one for display. So 3 kinds of yeah. So here
Yeah. Yes.
so this
So
is 3 kinds of cakes with 2 pieces each per variant. So when you say 3 kinds of cakes, it can be different cake base inside. It doesn't have to be the same cake. So one can be chocolate, red velvet, or butter cake. So it would really depend on you, no, on what your intentions are when you have the birthday theme baby cakes. Okay, I hope this answers the question.
Ma'am, to follow up the questions ni Sir, last na lang po ito. Yung cake po ba sa professional category is dapat nakaganache na siya bago i-fondant or pagdating sa event naka-fondant na siya agad?
So, all the decorating will be done on site. You can bring pre-prepared fondant. Means to say na nahimo na nimo ang fondant, but then you will bring it on site and put it on your cake pa.
So, hindi pala nakaganache ang cake during sa competition na ma'am.
Dili pwede.
Okay.
You have to bring, yeah, you will do all the decorating effort on site.
All right.
Okay.
That's why you're given 2 hours for that.
Okay.
Jeff, naalang ko
Yes.
ikuan siguro. I'm not sure. The one who questioned about the centerpiece, about having a metal material. I'm not sure. We wanted to ask kung unsa i-clarify kung which competition this is. But if this refers to the hotel lobby centerpiece, floral centerpiece, actually, the metal material that they speak of can be a base for their floral decoration, but there is actually a floral what's this material that is required for this competition.
Okay. So they can use a base for the floral decor, a metal
Yes,
base.
they can use a metal base, but they have to incorporate the use of the raw materials. They can have fruits, vegetables, dried flowers. They have fresh flowers and other indigenous materials if they want to. But if they're talking about metal as a base to hold their arrangement, that is allowed.
Excuse me, Sir Jeff.
Yes, please. Yes.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon.
Pwede po bang sa fat wash po, magamit lang ng milk for fat wash method to clarified cocktail po?
Sir Ray?
Yes, sir. Ano po yung question, ma'am?
Fat wash, Sir Ray.
Fat wash? Not so familiar with fat wash.
Fat wash method po to
Particularly
clarify cocktail po.
fat wash?
Yes po.
New lang po. What do you mean fat wash?
How do you spell that?
Good afternoon, Sir Ray. Giselle po to. About sa fat wash po, ang method po yan is nag-contribute siya ng dairy milk. So, pag sabi nyo na di pwede yung dairy milk, pero pwede ba po para sa fat wash lang po? To clarify the...
Hindi rin pwede.
Sige po.
Hindi rin pwede siya. Since you are using the dairy milk.
Sige po. About po sa
because
cacao.
using dairy milk kasi it will enhance the flavor, so mas ma-overwhelm ang
Okay po.
So that's why it's
And about sa cacao concoction po. Are we the one provide the cacao?
Yes.
Yes po.
Yes, you will provide the cacao.
And how about the limit ingredients po? Is there any limit ingredients?
Walang specify, I think, for the number of ingredients on that.
Yes po. So, kami na lang po provide na lang po sa ingredients po, no?
Yes, and you just need to ensure that you have your recipe also.
Okay. Maglagay po ba kami ng design for the beverage namin po, ma'am? Parang centerpiece po, hindi na po.
What do you mean? In the display, you mean?
Yes po.
You don't really I mean, that's not going to be judged, but yeah, it's usually for aesthetic,
Yeah.
it would be nice to just have some sort of a nice presentation.
And last question po, can we pre-made our original tablia concussion po? Pre-made?
What do you mean pre-made? You mean what?
The original, meron dito classic tradition at saka unique original. So yung original po, pwede po ba kami mag-pre-made na lang po?
Yung classic kasi, you're going to make that doon pa rin because this is live, no? Na
Yes po.
so you do it there. And then the other one is the unique, meaning, it might have you might have a variation to it na merong flavors or depending on how you would really want to present it, but it's something different from your uh regular or your traditional
Okay po.
tablea.
Sige po. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Miss Ai, can we go back to the
Yes.
bagoong question? Okay. So just for
Okay.
clarification lang po, this is the question. We've been receiving several questions regarding this matter. Can you please
Mm-hmm.
define bagoong in the context of this competition? Is this the small fish like anchovies or shrimp?
Actually kasi ang bagoong has different variation. So when you say bagoong, in fact sa atin locally, our ginamos refers to the may term sila niyan mas local na 'di ba, we have the ginamos that's from, in fact, the one that's popular is that from the Tagolwan River na parang fish or fry. But it can be any of the fermented uh fish or na basta siya as classified as bagoong.
Okay.
Wala, di siya specific yun. Oo, any.
Any of the fermented fish.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope that clarifies the question. Okay. Okay, so we also have a question here regarding the chef's uniforms, those who have logos. We do not want you to spend extra resources to purchase new logo-less uniforms. So I think one option that we can do is cover the logos or the symbols or emblems with duct tape or any other form of tape. Okay.
Hello po, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Follow-up question lang po. About po sa area, may mga available po ba na magagamit namin na library? Sa mga tools or oven sa mismong area?
Sabi, 50 packs
Sa
lang.
which competition po to, sir?
Sa
Which
Tanglad at
specific?
saka sa BAME.
What is
Like
the question, Jeff?
Like ano pa yung mga equipment? What equipment do you have in mind yung inisip niyo po na libre? Or equipment that you can use on site? Can you give us specifics po?
Like oven po, sir. Na magagamit namin sa mismong area.
Open, yeah. I think
Yes,
the question na lang siguro, no. Typically in a live competition, we assign you in the live cooking area competition. So the stations that you're going to be assigned in will be equipped with a saute, like a stove with oven na equipment, no? And so this is only maybe 3 burners and an oven and then a table. So, and then you will have access to some water which you can use, and there is going to be a refrigerator which will be shared by all. So, that's the only equipment that will be on hand on site during the competition. Any other equipment you will have to bring yourself.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Ano lang din, outlets will be provided, electrical outlets will be provided, but we recommend that you bring your own extension cords because usually they're not that, they're mostly in central locations, so you may need extension cords to be able to connect to these outlets.
Okay. So may question po tayo next regarding sa classical traditional concoction. So are there specific preparation methods like using a batidor or traditional whisk that must be followed to meet the correct preparation? And the follow-up question for this one is, do we need to present proof that our tablilla is a Northern Mindanao tablilla, Sir Ray? Hello, Sir Ray?
This is under NFS na
Sir,
competition.
I think that's
O
only
ano?
for NFS
Okay,
yun.
okay, sorry.
Yeah. So actually we're just highlighting the Northern Mindanao Tablea, no? I mean it should be coming from our region because this is what the competition is all about. It's promoting our local regional products. Um it if you want to display the tablea, that would be a good uh presentation because then especially if let's say your tablea has really some unique qualities or taste, then that would be some that would be interest also our judges when they start going around and observing doing your own preparations.
Okay. So any other questions? Oh yeah, we also have a question here. May elimination round po ba sa K8 competition? So K8 is the mocktail mixing regional fresh fruit juices.
No, there's none. There's no elimination. I mean that goes directly to the final round.
Okay. So here we have another question regarding sa cake. I'm not sure. Representatives po from USTP or Roqueta. I hope you can hear us. This is regarding the cake. Nakaganat na agad bago i-cover sa fondant.
Good afternoon, sir. I already asked that to Miss
Yeah,
Ishi.
okay.
It's okay na po.
Sige,
Thank
sige.
you.
Okay, sige. Okay, good thing you can hear me now. Sige po.
Sir, follow-up question lang po, sir.
Yes.
May mga standard po ba for the nadadalhin namin na wire or extension wire? Baka kasi mag-overheat or mga ilan pong watts na yung standard po ng electric.
Ano po yung mga additional equipment na dadalhin niyo po?
Something mga mixer, sir.
Mixer naman. No other items na may heating elements o ano po? Mixers lang?
Yes po, sir.
So yung mga the standard extension wire should be good enough, no?
For the purpose, na po din, safety purposes. Kaya tinanong ko po.
Okay. So mga ano pong wattage yung devices nyo?
I-check ko na lang muna, sir.
Okay, sige. Then just email us the question po. But for
Okay.
mixers, wala namang problema yung mga standard extension wires lang eh.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Okay, going back for the Miss Joanna, this is regarding the junior category. Is there a specific theme that we are going to follow for the cake decoration?
No, it's freestyle.
Okay. Cake deco, freestyle decoration, no specific theme to be followed, and this is yes, and the toppers, Miss Joanna already answered this a while ago. So it's pre-made toppers are discouraged. And for the junior category chef master, for the cuts, is it really very specific when it comes to the size of every cut?
Yes, you should be very particular with the dimensions, the sizes, no? Because that's what the judges will be grading you on. Some judges will even bring a ruler to really check on the proper sizing. So please take a look, take a critical look at the listing of the knife cuts that you are required to make within the 20 or 25 minutes and follow it religiously. Okay, thank you.
Okay. And a follow-up question to this, Miss Joanna. So for the outputs, do they need to be extravagantly plated, or will they just be placed in a plastic? Sorry. Will they just be placed in a plate or container?
No, you don't need to decorate or anything. You just have to, cluster it in a tray or on a plate or whichever platter you want to use it to put it on. Basta you have to follow the number of pieces and then the correct quantities that you'll be putting it on the platter or plate. So no need to garnish or anything. Just literally put the knife cut vegetables on your container. I hope that answers the question, Jeff.
Yes.
Last question po, sir.
No, yes, please go ahead.
About po sa plate na gagamitin namin, mga ilan pong inches yung standard na gagamitin po namin?
So,
Is it
sorry, for which competition po ulit to, sir?
No po, for the Tanglad and BAMI.
As long as the plate does not bear any logo of your establishment or school, you can use any container. So use a container that would most complement your entry. So it can be native material, it can be porcelain, it can be ceramic, stoneware. So whichever is best for your presentation, you follow that. I'd like to highlight lang because if you look at the BAME competition, if it says like the portion is good for 2 or 4 ba, it of course the plate size should be appropriate for the size of your dish, no? Or the quantity of noodles that is going to be put on it, no, on the plate. So yeah, I guess so then you will have to match it according to your presentation or to the portion size so that it will look nice when it's presented to the judges. Okay, thank you. I hope that answers
Thank
the
you po,
question.
ma'am.
Okay. Sige, Miss Joanna, there's another question regarding the open category for professional chef master. Is it only one participant per establishment, or can each establishment have multiple entries?
I think it applies to all the competitions that we are opening each competition to 3 entries per establishment. So last year we did it, we actually opened the competition for 2 entries per establishment. So now it's open to 3. So you can have the maximum of 3 entries per establishment for every competition that we have for Kumbira 2025. Okay, so I hope that clarifies the question. So you can have more than one. Thank you.
Okay. So, Sir Ray, we have questions regarding the tablea. So are they allowed to use processed, powdered, or just the simple discs or bars?
Sir Jeff, sa edit test na siya, Sir Jeff.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, Sir Ray. Miss I or Miss Joanna, can you answer the tablea?
So,
question.
how we recognize tablia is the tablet for siya unsa man tawag, block form, I would say.
Yeah,
So
not powder.
not powder, definitely not powder. So the tablia as we know it, no? So I hope that answers the question. So you can grate your tablia if you want it like, you can easily dissolve it. So, but use the tablia tablet ba? Tama ba ng
Yeah,
Yeah.
tablea. That's why it's tablea. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, follow-up questions po regarding po sa bagoong at ginamos. Ma'am, are we allowed to use both po ba or do we have to choose between bagong or ginamos?
I think medyo na confused ta aning like ginamos or bagoong, no? Kay kita man gud diri sa ato ang kuan kanang sa region kay ang atong kuan is ginamos lahi gyud kaayo sa bagoong. So so uh ang take up ana is it is fermented nga preparation of a fish or seafood. So it would really be up to you nga giunsa nimo siya pag gamit ang kana nga ingredient. So you can choose initially lang I can say that you choose which one you will use. Right? So whichever variant of ginamos slash bagoong or whatever that or any fermented preparation that you use in your dish is okay. No? Depending na lang ni ay nagkuan lang ko
Yeah.
yeah. So
And the outcome, I
really,
think, of your dish.
yeah, that is my take on that, no? There's really no wala ta naglimit sa the kind of ginamos or bagoong or the fermented condiment that you'll be using as long as ma-flavor gid niya ang dish nga imong i-prepare. Right? So the important thing there is wala man ta nagpagamit og same ginamos, same bagoong sa tanan participants. In fact, we are opening it that you can make your own or you can just buy or whatever brand that you use, pwede. Ang importante ani is the flavor of the ginamos or the fermented fish will flavor your dish very well. It will complement it para astounding yun ang lasa sa imuhang dish na makabalo sila nga na gini siya ginamos something ana naka-complement sa iya sa flavor. Okay, I hope that clarifies the question.
Yes, ma'am. One last thing, ma'am, about sa katong baby cakes, ma'am, since you mentioned earlier na pre-prepared na si fondant. So does that also mean, ma'am, na ang fondant is pwede na siya nga naka-color na?
Really?
No.
Always good. Like you can have the base prepared, like the white fondant, but then any type of like further decoration that you do to the icing, you will have to do on site. So the purpose for this is that ipadali na lang nato ang imuhang preparation kay it's very a long process to make the fondant, diba? You won't have enough space or enough time to do it on site. So that's why we are allowing that you can bring ready-made fondant. But then you will have to do the extra things like if you want it pink or white or yellow or whatever, you have to do it on site because that is going to be part of the decorating process. Okay, so thank you. Hope that clarifies the question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, so just a clarification lang, no? So for the K2 competition, we will send out updates regarding this. Kay ang nakasulat dari is individual when it is by team and you can have more than one team. Okay, and we will also send another set or probably an update regarding kaning bagoong and ginamos since it's confusing everyone. So we'll give you a more detailed description ng dayon.
I think I'd like to add to that, Jeff, about the ginamos because like namo gyud mga patanan diri is like fish base or shrimp base or whatever seafood base. So Bali, wala man ni nag-draft ani sa guidelines, this is under NFS. So we'll be referring it to them if they will be limiting the base nga dapat fish ba jud lang. So we will give you feedback in a while or like further on this week to clarify that. Kay sa
Yes.
it's actually quite open. So wala nag-restrict, but since there are a lot of questions as to which is it yun, so we will be clarifying and maybe basig ang organizer will be restricting it na karon to really be fish ba or unsa ba depending na lang sa final announcement. Okay? Thank you.
Sir Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I just want to clarify ganina to na concern about the pot washing or infused pala yun, infused
Okay.
process. So
Okay.
they can still use the pot washing as long as the ingredients that they are using for pot washing is very free. Like
Okay.
example, sesame oil, pwede.
Okay. Sige. So, okay, thank you very much, Sir Ray. Are there any more questions? Okay. So once again, for everybody who got confused with the K2 details and as well as the Ginamos K1 competitions, we will correct these and give you updates as soon as possible. We sincerely apologize for the confusion. Okay. So going back, are there any other questions? Okay, so if there are none, before we end this afternoon's briefing, I would just like to thank our sponsors again for making this event possible. So please hold on.
Jeff, I'll just add, no, for those
Okay,
who are
yes,
still
please.
around,
Yes,
that
please.
we are checking on the availability of Chef Mirna Segismundo with the
Mm.
NFS chairman for the National Food Showdown. If we can hold a session with her so that we can further get more details and
Mm.
clarification and maybe enhancements also on your preparations for your entries. So we will try to schedule a session with her and we will announce that so that they can also be part of this session or online
Mm.
that we will hold with her.
Mm. Okay, thank you, Miss I. So any other updates or notes that you'd like to provide our participants before we close this session?
Yes, just another thing. We will also hold another round of briefing for the company sponsored competitions. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there will be Uratex who will be also sponsoring the hotel bed making competition, as well as NutriAsia, who is still on the stage of developing the guidelines for two cooking competitions that they will sponsor. So we will announce that hopefully by next week. We can already have that schedule, but certainly within the week, we will try to see if we can already post that schedule that will be scheduled for next week.
Okay. Thank you very much. And just a reminder to everyone, the competition registration link will be posted within the week. So we will just update you regarding that matter. Okay. So once again, we thank you for
Just like
joining
to add,
us. Hi, yes.
sorry, pakuan lang kanang I just like to really encourage everybody to review the guidelines. No, this is I guess the first briefing pa. So this is the initial stage of our preparation for Kumbira 2025. So I'm very happy that everybody's here to really question regarding and clarify all the details in the guidelines. So the preparation is very important, and so uh, reviewing the guidelines will help immensely in the preparation, correct? So the question earlier regarding if the measurements will really be followed, example for the knife cuts, and then clarification for that. Yes, definitely. So these are some things really that should not be disregarded, and in fact more emphasized, because the critical here when we talk about the guidelines is that a lot of the times during the competition event is that wala lang yun siya nag-follow og wala nag-follow no sa rules, okay? So ang result is that sayang ang effort. So I would like really to urge everybody to read it very carefully, the guidelines that is already shared to you all, so that sakto ang planning. Okay? And the next is that make a decision quite urgently, no, since you already have all the data for the preparation of your entries, so that you can already practice. No, so we will be releasing the calendar of the 3-day event soon, so you can already plan also which regards to the participant, no, that you will have for each competition event. So magpabilin lang mi og message as the organizers of Kumbira is that we would really like to ask everybody to respect the deadlines, because normally there's always every year after year we were talking about it, no, sa among meeting, is that we really need your cooperation as participants, no, to respect the the deadlines, that you submit your registration early, unta, kung pwede, no? So that we can already, arrange all your entry numbers and all the things or all the tasks that we need to do as organizers for the event. And then also, mas organize pud mo in terms of your preparation. So, mulang to, katong mga deadlines in terms of submission of recipe forms and all those things, please, it's already in the guidelines. Please follow the deadline, no? Submit gali early kung pwede, no? So thank you, that's all.
Okay,
So
thank you. Uh, Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Joanna. So we'd like to thank our major sponsors, NutriAsia Food Service, Department of Tourism, Cagayan de Oro City. And this event is in cooperation with Del Monte, Solane LPG, Diversi, Eurotex, and the official venue of Kumbira 2025 and the past several Kumbiras, Limket Kaimo. So we also would like to give thanks to Department of Agriculture and Jamaican FNB for handling the bar and coffee competitions. So for our media partners, we give thanks to Mindanao Daily News, Mindanao Week, Business Week Mindanao, and Barangay FM 100.7. So this event is supported by La Germania, Star Ads, and the official residence of our Cumbria judges, Limket Kai Lux Hotel. We would like to give thanks as well to Apollo, PLDT, Sanitary Care Products Asia, More Rojas, Tabamo and Co., Desmark, Nature Spring, Marca Leon, Vice Mayor Ebot Rodriguez, Sipalco, Eastworld Sales Philippines Inc., and ChemTrust. So for the online registrations of visitors, okay, take note, this is for visitors. We will also be posting the registration sometime maybe end of the month or probably next month. So again, the registration for the competitors is separate from the registration of the walk-in visitors of Kumbira. Okay, so for the online registration of our visitors, this is powered by Vink. So we would like to thank all our major sponsors, our allied sponsors, media partners, as well as all of you, our participants, for making this event possible. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the afternoon. and we will be posting updates soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.